Oh, welcome back to As I See It, where we debate the most interesting yet important. You guys should be fighting about it. Welcome back to As I See It, where we debate the most interesting yet important topics you need the answers to. I'm your host, Christopher Fauci. Today we'll be covering a controversial question: should catnip be a legal substance? Joining me today are two people with two very different opinions. We have Mackenzie, an animal activist, and Gabby, an agent in the DEA's animal division. So guys, it's essentially a drug. So as an animal activist, why do you feel that it can be a legal substance for cats?
Well, I am a huge cat fan. I have over 30 cats, and I've always loved cats. I've studied them my whole life, and I'm a huge animal lover, and I believe that you should not deprive your pets of what they love. And I don't think it's fair. I mean, I've seen my cats go crazy over catnip. They absolutely love it, and I don't think it's fair to deprive them of that.
All right.
Well, Kenzie, I mean, like he said already, it is a drug, so essentially that means that they could easily get addicted because you don't know what it can do to them. Like, we don't know if it has the same kind of health effects as, like, if we were to drink alcohol and the next morning have a hangover. We don't know what that's like for cats, so they could easily get very, very sick or get addicted really easily. So therefore, it could be unhealthy. So it might be better. We might be better off
It's
not
hard to
giving
compare
it to them.
the effects of alcohol, though, because we've proven the damaging effects that alcohol can cause. Like, it obviously, like, hurts your liver, and there are, like, so many, like, issues that can, like, arise from, like, over drinking. But we actually haven't proven that catnip has any damaging effects on cats.
Would you compare it to maybe a different type of, maybe not alcohol? Alcohol might have been a bad example.
I think if you're going to compare it to something, you would compare it to marijuana, where we don't really have proof that there's a ton of long-standing damaging effects.
Okay. Well, the question is, like, do you think it's ethically moral to have humans draw upon the cats for the most part? I mean, it's a natural plant that is what we know. So, I mean, it's not like the cats are going out in the wild finding it. We're talking about, like, domestic cats. So do you think it's ethically okay for humans to kind of put it onto their cat, you know?
I think it is okay because the cats absolutely love it. They go crazy for it. It's an all-natural product, and there hasn't been any evidence that proves that it's not something that you shouldn't give your cat. As a cat owner, I've never been concerned about giving my cats catnip at all because I don't think it's something that's going to damage them.
Okay.
But, like, we can force it upon our cats for training purposes. Like, if you force something upon somebody, then that could cause them to get addicted. And addiction is never good for any type of drug because it is a drug. Like, that actually is proven. And so if they get addicted, that could cause unhealthy side effects afterwards. And, like, we can't have something that we're giving to cats that
But you
they
can also
easily
control
get
how
addicted
much
to.
you give your cat. You don't have to, like, give your cat, like, a lot of catnip every day to the point of where they become, like, addicted to it and they, like, have to have it.
But if you make it a regular part of your routine to help train them, then they're going to get used to having that as part of their regular routine. So therefore, they could easily become addicted because if they are used to consuming that on a regular basis because you're giving it to them regularly.
Now, it's not an illegal substance, so because it's not illegal, how does that factor into your decision in that?
Well, alcohol is not illegal if you're over 21, and that can cause physical health effects to humans, and that's not illegal if you're of age to drink. And, like, there's substances that we consume that aren't illegal that could be unhealthy potentially.
So it's not the fact that it's not illegal, it's the fact that it could be harming the cat is what you're...
Yeah, and if it's harming the cat, then that's what is a cause for concern here. And there's
But we have no proof at all that it is harming the cats. All we know for sure is that they love it. That's all we know. Because you can see by their reactions. I mean, they go crazy for this stuff.
Yeah, but you don't know what kind of health effects that's really doing to them because they can't communicate with us. So they can't tell us if that's causing negative health effects or not. So if it is causing negative health effects, they don't know they don't know the difference.
All right, and for human, there has been studies that it was used for human use. What would you say about that?
I was not aware of that. It was used for...
Yeah, so the Europeans used to use it in the 1400s for medical use. So
And why did they use it?
to help, I think it was with stomach pain or around those lines.
See, so they've only proven that it's actually like good for you because they've actually used it on people and it apparently like helped their stomach issues.
But that's different because people's bodies are different than cats. So, and also, like, each cat can react differently to that. So you don't know, it could cause them to behave differently also because every cat is different. So you don't know that something in catnip might cause a different reaction in one cat over another.
Yeah, but are all cats different? Or I don't know, I feel like they're all kind of the same.
I mean, humans aren't. Humans react differently to different things.
Yeah, but it's hard to compare humans and cats, though.
I mean, any type of species, I feel like, could be different. You don't know. We're not cats.
Yeah, we unfortunately don't. I mean, every cat is different, but that's all the time we have for this debate. But when we come back, I will tell you why a hot dog is not a sandwich. No debate necessary, Frank.